the offense just disappears where they can't complete a pass. So he's got to prove that. And right now he hasn't done it. Now, and the thing is, I like the kid. He's a good kid, you know. I know a lot of people like the kid. I like my own kids, but I don't want them quarterbacking for me. You know what I mean? So that's what, you know what I mean? And because I know some people say, oh, Garry, man, oh, you know, I like the kid.
Yeah, I do too.
But that's not what this is about. He's got to be able to make those throws.
Guys, you don't get credit for not robbing a bank. Just remember that. Okay? You don't. Let's get our friend Garry Cobb from Fox 29 in Philadelphia. His thoughts here on this game. And I don't know, man. I'm supposed to feel excited on a Monday after a 44-6 ass kicking by the Eagles over the Lions. But I don't know, Garry. Maybe it's just me and Philadelphia starting to wear off on me a little bit. And maybe I'm starting to take on the personality and starting to rip the method instead of the result here, which I'm hating. But give me your thoughts.
I used to have a phrase. I used to, you know, I mean, it's probably still appropriate to call it Negadelphia. And, you know, I used to, you know, talking on the radio, I talk about Negadelphia. And, you know, people see me places, they come up, hey, Negadelphia, you know, you're right, Garry. I mean, you know, I think in some cases everywhere, you know, people want to have somebody to jab, you know, because somebody's jabbing them, you know. Like, I got somebody jabbing me at my job. I can always look over here and go, look at the damn Eagles. You know, somebody get mad at, or you know, the guy goes home and the missus is giving him the business, you know. He got to go somewhere and go kick the dog. Well, you know, when they tell somebody people kicking the dog, whatever. Somebody to take a shot at. So the Eagles are there. So, you know, they're going like, daggone it. Even the Eagles won. Crap.
What'd you take away? What was your takeaway from Sunday's game, though?
Well, you know, I saw some good things. I think that they took over the game with the offensive line took over the game. The defensive line took over the game. And I thought that that's what happened. And obviously the Lions, because I saw them on tape, they looked better. They were playing harder against people. I think they started listening to their press clippings. They go, you know, we're 0-7, but everybody's talking about how hard we're playing. Like, you know, they were horrible. I mean, Jared Goff, you see why they wanted him out of L.A. I mean, talking about check down Charlie.
Oh,
come on. He's just trying to dump the ball off. He's not even looking downfield, you know, because he doesn't want to get hit. And they were doing an awful job of protecting him. But I'll give the Eagles credit in that they came out and they took over that game. They ran the ball. I mean, run a simple run play. You know, the fact that we're going like, great job, coach. You called the run play. I mean, 7-8 weeks just to run a running play. I mean, it's working. Keep on running it. Why would you stop? So anyway, they did execute. They put this team away, and both sides of the ball, they really were dominant. Looking at the tape, you know, they really were kicking butt. And I was waiting to see Josh Sweat step up. You know, I saw him over at practice, you know, and the kid had been playing. I mean, he really had shown, you know, in the last couple of training camps. But it ain't about training camp, kid. You got to make some plays when it counts. So he stepped up, made some plays. I think he, you know, the kid looks like he can play. I'm expecting more out of him. And you know, they took them. Even the linebackers made a few plays. You know, I thought the linebackers were playing where they going like they thought it was illegal to tackle the other team on their side of the ball. So, you know, you just feel low though that you're making a big deal about beating the Lions.
I know, and Garry, to me, I came away from it exactly how you did. I went, Okay, so the Lions, I guess they may have disrespected the way that the Eagles were playing. Maybe it looked a little chaotic on film. They weren't going to run the ball. And then I think, and I look and I go, wow, Jalen had 9 completions. I mean, when you see 46 rushing attempts and you see 9 completions, hell, man, that's like an old SC offense back in the day.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like, the kid in high school. I mean, the kid knows he's ugly. And he's matched up with the ugly girl. I mean, that's all. I mean, like everybody else is taken anyway. So he goes over there and he can't even look at the girl. God bless her. She just whooped. That's what beating the Lions is like, man. It's like, but you'll take it, because it is going in the right direction. And really, when I step back, the Eagles, come on, this is a rebuilding team. We talk about wanting them to win and people want them to win and everything, but they obviously go into meetings. They go, look, we're not going to the Super Bowl. Who are we kidding? We're playing to try to put together. We're looking for people that, that are going to be there when we become a good football team. So that's what really they're doing now. That's why we're looking at Jalen Hurts. Is he our guy to be our quarterback going forward? Who else? So Josh Sweat, is he a guy to where we have a kid that, hey, this kid is going to be rushing the passer for us when we got a good football team? That's what we're looking for. And that's really what this season is about. And there's nothing to get all excited about beating the Lions, because that's not what you're dreaming of doing. I mean, even though you're down there right now, that's not what this is about. They brought Nick Sirianni in here. And you know what? I went by something. We got to find, is Nick Sirianni somebody that can build a team that can win? That's all this is about. It's not about any of the other thing. That's why the older guys, I mean, you get worked up about them, and everything, but they go back in the meeting room. They go, look, these guys aren't going to be here when we turn the corner. We know we don't have really a playoff football team. We don't have a playoff football team right now. So what we're looking for is who's going to be on this team when we do have a playoff football team. That's what we're really looking for. That's really what this season is about. So it's about Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, and all the young players. The older guys, come on, they really know. They know what time it is.
Oh, yeah, no, especially if you got a big salary.
That's right. You got a big salary. And now, of course, everybody was looking to see, hey, is somebody going to be traded? Is somebody going to be traded? That's the whole talk. Well, you're not talking about trading people if you think you're going you got a chance to go to the Super Bowl. No, you're looking for people. Well, the Eagles know they were talking about trading people. That's why they traded Zach Ertz. And they probably have been talking, and who knows, somebody might leave between the day and tomorrow. I mean, it's that time. That's what time it is. Just like you got somebody's 85 years old. They know what time it is.
You're on the back nine here, man. We know what's up here, man. Hey, let me ask you this, though, Garry.
Yeah.
Okay, the stuff that's going on in Dallas now, and I'm thinking that this Dak Prescott injury could be a little bit more significant. Now, Cooper Rush rolls in, gets a big win last night against the Vikings. I did not see that coming. The kid even throws for over 300 yards in the game. You're sitting at 3-5. I'm not suggesting in any way they've got one loss or so far ahead in the East. However, with the way that teams like the Buccaneers, they get beat by like backup quarterbacks after Jameis Winston goes down.
Yeah.
And you're talking about, the NFC, maybe with a lot of teams with holes in it. And I'm just going to throw this out and I'm playing here.
Yeah.
But Dallas's injury now, when we're talking about Dak here, I mean, you're sitting at 3-5. I mean,
and you know what? I look at the schedule. They can easily go 6-3. They could go 6-3. I mean, some of the teams they're playing, come on, the Giants. The Giants can't get out of their own way. I mean, Washington, they can't beat anybody. So if the Eagles are going to be in those games, they could win 6 out of the last 9 games. Who knows? Really, they could even win more than that because these teams aren't that good. If the Eagles had a good football team, they'd be going to the playoffs because their schedule is right there for them. So But I don't know whether they're going to do it or not. I mean, if they do run the ball, they're going to be in the game. Are they going to win the game? I don't know. But they're going to be in a lot of these games that they got to play because they're playing bad football teams.
Absolutely, Garry. Let me throw this one at you here too. Now we're sitting here, and you're almost at the halfway point. That new game now being added to the mix. Now there's 17 ball games, but let's just take it for it being a halfway mark. What grade would you give Nick Sirianni, the players, the football organization? What would be the grade you give at the halfway point for the Eagles?
I give them a D. And the reason I'm giving them a D, they won 3 games, so I'm going to give them a D because I don't like the progress. I don't mind that they're 3-5, but that's not really what this is about. This is about right now is building a championship football team. So I want to see, what are we about? I want to know. And that's been blurry. What are we about? I don't know. Look, are we building a team that's going to win? Meaning, like, what is our formula for winning? Now, we saw some of that, against the Lions, if they'd have played every game where they're not necessarily, they could have the same record, but if they came out every week and played where, okay, we want to run the ball some, and it's going to open up our passing game. Because I look at Tampa Bay, Tom Brady, what are they doing? Okay, they're running. They want to get their running. They're going to try to run on you because that's going to help their passing game. Because once they run the ball on you, now they're going play action pass. They're going to throw the ball, but they are going to try to run the ball on you, meaning like they're never going to totally get away from the run. They know what they are. This is what they're going to do. The Eagles come out. They don't even, that's why I got it. I would almost give them an F because, come on. Right now, this is not about just winning this game. This is about what you're trying to build. So you want to be telling the guys, this is the kind of football team we got. This is what we're about. So you tell the offensive lineman, look, we're going to give you a chance to fire out and hit that guy across from you. We want to be able to run the ball. That should be something everybody talks about. Every good team I've ever been around, that's what it means. Like, they want to run the ball. That doesn't mean they're going to run the ball every play, but we're going to establish a running game, and we will impose our will on this team. We don't care where we're playing at. We're taking this 2 yards right here. We get down the goal line. We're not going to try to a million different plays. We're running the ball in there. We figure we can get 2 yards. So I want to see them establish some of those things. And then at the quarterback position, I want to hear them talking about what they want out of the quarterback position. They want a leader. We want accuracy with the throws. We wanted you to be able to, read the defense. This is what we're looking for in our quarterback. And I don't hear that over there yet. I don't hear clear things. A lot of the things he's talking, I don't like the fact that Nick, he doesn't realize, look, the media cannot save you. You don't win games, buddy. You could be he's the greatest guy in the world. They're going to get rid of you. You're not here to, he works too hard to befriend the media, like getting into things that we don't need to hear all of that. He's getting into talking about what he told the players and all the stuff about the flowers and all that stuff. And I'm not talking about specifically that story. I'm talking about he tries so hard to have everybody like him. I tell him, hey, my man, you're not here because they want to like you. That's not your job. You're here to win football games. If you don't win football games, you could be the most popular person in this city. You are going to get fired. That's what this is about. You were here to, and I don't hear that. I don't see it. And I think he's kind of lost his way. He needs to get back there. Try to win games, man. It ain't about the nonsense with the T-shirts, all these different talking points. Man, get out of here with this. What is it talk to win the game? That's what. And so that's got to be the focus. And I think he's lost that a bit because Philly's tough now. I know Philly's tough. So he got here, but he's gotten distracted, man. It ain't about all that other stuff.
Yeah, it's not about off the field
stuff
here.
Hey,
I want to go here.
Get Jimmy in here to tell him about that. Jimmy will tell him, look,
dude,
you got to better win. That's the only thing that's going to keep you
Winning
employed.
silence is all that stuff here. Do you think last week, Gary, that as they were looking at the game film and they were looking at the preparation, they kind of maybe took a page out of what was going on in Cleveland, where they went like this: look, the strength of our offense is not at the perimeter, it's in our O-line. And do you think they decided to do this? Well, he's not accurate, as you've been saying all year long. You know, he's either overthrowing or he's not finding the wide receivers. He's a one-read guy. Do you think they're doing to Jalen Hurts what they're doing to Baker Mayfield and taking the ball out of his hands, and they're going to go forward the rest of the way out with, like not having the ball in his hands so he doesn't hurt the team? And he's not going to win games, but he's not going to hurt the team, and they're going to rely on running the ball like they're doing in Cleveland. You think they've come to that realization?
Well, he hasn't said it. That is something that I think, I look and I see, hey, he misses a guy because you can't, if a guy's wide open on third down, he's got to hit that guy in order for you to keep the ball. So I could understand them doing that. I haven't heard him communicate that. I haven't heard the players talking that way. All I heard after the game, he's talking about, well, we were moving the ball, and then Lane Johnson came and told me and some of the other offensive linemen, hey, we need to keep on running. We can block these guys. You found that out?
Wow.
Then, rather than you going, look, hey, coach is supposed to be telling, hey, we're running the ball on these guys. No, you got the lineman come telling him, hey, coach, let's keep running the ball.
I mean, don't you see that on film, Gary, if you're a coach? I mean,
I
really?
I don't know. See, that's why I think he's come in here and he's really let Philly distract him, because stuff he's talking about, he doesn't need to stress that. You stress the football, man. Hey, we need linemen that are going to go in there and going to win their battle with guys, and a good coach is tough. A good coach is going to call you out. Hey, but he doesn't talk that way. He's talking all this stuff that, like I said, trying to befriend people, and these people get you fired, man.
Yeah. No,
because
you listen too much of the noise here. And a guy asked a question here earlier on the show: is Jalen Hurts closer to being one of those bridge quarterbacks or a franchise quarterback? And I'm more believing that he's a bridge quarterback now, until the Eagles can figure out where to go and what to do. Do you agree?
I agree. I agree. Right now, he has not showed us that he could be the franchise quarterback. I mean, he hasn't shown that to us, because you got to be able to make the throws, the simple throws. I mean, out route, you got to put it on the guy, and you got to get to the point where you can do that consistently. We can count on you to make that throw. That guy's open. That ball's on him. Because, good quarterbacks in the league, they can do that almost with their eyes closed. You look at all of the quality ones, and really, with this, with the way the game is right nowadays, you need a quarterback that can make the throws, because the passing game, because good teams come out and they're boom, 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 they'll put 30 on you, and the Eagles, times come, we've seen it where the offense just disappears, where they can't complete a pass. So he's got to prove that, and right now he hasn't done it. Now, and the thing is, I like the kid. He's a good kid, I know a lot of people like the kid. I like my own kids, but I don't want them quarterbacking for me. So that's what, and because I know some people say, oh, Gary, man, I like the kid.
Yeah, I do too.
But that's not what this is about. He's
Right.
got to be able to make those throws, or you have times, which you've seen, where you have times during the game where you got no offense, because you got to be able to throw the ball in this league. But running it, that's been the coach. The coach is where you don't even mix in the run. You're supposed to have that balance, and you see it with good teams, man. When San Francisco was playing at their best, man, they come out, they hit you with that run, man. All of a sudden, you play action pass. Where's Kittle at, man? Oh no, that's the way they hit you. And good teams, like when KC is playing the way they want to, hey, they hit you with those quick runs, and then when Mahomes pulls it out of there, zoom, they go after you, man. They hit you fast, but these teams can score. And when they're moving and playing the way they're capable, it's going to be at least 3-0 on the end of that game. So you got to be able to score with them. So if you're going to be a good team, you got to have a quarterback that's able to make all those throws. And he hasn't shown us he can do that consistently yet. And I think they obviously have probably told him he's got to prove that. Or you're going to see them use those picks and they're going to go get a quarterback. Absolutely.
Gary, what do you think of the job that Jonathan Gannon did with that defense, moving guys around? Like you said, there was a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I thought that was one of their best efforts, I thought, at tackling,
I liked what he was
getting
doing.
To the ball, all of that, setting the edge. What'd you think of it?
Well, I liked it because they ran a couple of blitzes.
Yep.
They gave them a different look. As you said, they were setting the edge. They were aggressive. I saw, and I got to give T.J. Edwards. He was a linebacker. He looked like he was playing linebacker. I mean, the guy was going up, made a couple of tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Because, like I said, I thought the Eagles linebackers thought, hey, that's illegal to tackle a guy behind the line of scrimmage. He read the play, and boom, he attacked. Because I was looking at tape of them, and they have just been waiting. They just wait there at 5 yards deep. We'll let the linemen come on them. But so I saw Edwards doing that, and that was refreshing to see. But the line came out and took over the game. They took away the run game, and then they got after Goff. And Goff, he turned right in to check down Charlie. He wasn't even looking downfield at all. He's just dumping the ball to the running back, not even looking down. And that's why he's no longer in LA. He's not a tough quarterback. He's not the kind of kid where you say he's tough and he's in there fighting. No, he mails it in, and the Eagles made him mail it in, and they exposed them. The Lions they were horrible, and you got to give them credit. So all the guys on the defensive line, good job. Even though we didn't hear much from Fletcher or Hargrave, they're giving him more attention now.
Yeah.
But I like what the defense did. They did a good job. And then, Avonte Maddox punching that ball out. I mean, that is the way an aggressive team plays, where even if you are playing in a too deep zone, because Tampa used to play it all the time. Look at the way they played. Man, they played an aggressive too deep zone.
Yeah.
They didn't give you anything. And you'll be 3 guys on you every time a guy caught the ball or trying to run. You don't have to play passive. And I thought they played that way. Hopefully we see more of that going forward. That's the way you're supposed to play football.
Finally here, Nick Sirianni, I said that he had to really win this game on Friday because he had to win the locker room and make sure that he didn't lose both sides of the football.
Mm-hmm.
Does he give himself a reprieve, and now you got a good Chargers team that you're going to be playing here? Is it going to be more about consistency, Gary, that the team is going to look to him? Because, again, it's been a pretty bumpy ride, as you said, for Nick Sirianni. A win like that, I don't know how far it goes, but if you put 2 in a row together, that kind of like maybe settles the boiling water. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. And we want to hear a clear message, about what's our formula for winning. Our formula for winning is we want to win the battle where we're able to run the ball. We want to be able to impose our will on the other team. We want our defensive line to get after people. And we're going, and if, our defense is a swarming defense. We get to the ball, everybody to the ball, you don't want to hear, talking like that football terms about what you emphasize and stay away from the nonsense, man. Let's hear him talk about football. And, because part of football is coming out, man. Hey, we're going to get 2 yards. We're taking it. We're not asking you for it. We're taking it. And I want to see him do some things like that. I would love to see them at times come out, bring in an extra tackle, put an extra tackle in there. We're running the ball on you guys, and then, you go ahead and get into your passing game. But definitely I like them to because they got a big offensive line. Be physical every game. Be physical. Even if you lose, you come out, you get after the other team. And then, of course, you could throw the ball as well, because they still need ways to go, because as much as we're talking about their running game, you got the youngsters been dropping passes, Devontae Smith. We got, I had to kind of have a talk with him. Hey, you caught everything in college. We need you hanging on to the ball. We brought you here to catch the football. So he needs to start hanging on to that ball better. And they just need to be smoother in their passing game. But I did like the fact that we saw Dallas Goedert. Now, see, Dallas Goedert is showing how good of a football player that he is. He's a good football player, and they're going to be able to feature him more. That he's the number one tight end, and they'll be able to get it to him, and that's a good thing. So, and see, a good tight end goes with the running game. Man, it is nearly impossible to control a good tight end if they got a good running game, because the two go together. And, you got the same look, the play action. And, because I know I've been chasing some tight ends back in the day. Man, where's that son of a gun at, man? And that tight end is gone with a good, if you got a good running game, because you got.
There's Ozzie running down the seam.
Oh, man. Somebody get him. Somebody get him.
Hey, Garrett, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You're so great to me, man. Thank you so much, my man. Let's see what they do against the Chargers. Appreciate it, Gary.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a good one. That's my friend Garry Cobb from Fox 29. We'll take a brief time out. Get right back to you. Listen, I'm going to tell you what we need to do next going forward. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.